Hi again, everyone. I'm going to try to do a couple videos today. Just getting over being sick, so you might have to bear with me. I mean, I have a pretty gravelly voice to begin with, but you gotta bear with me in case it keeps going out, or I'm sniffling, or I got to take a drink. GoFundMe is still doing well. I'm at about 75%, over $3,700 collected. So thank you. I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. And again, I am going to be reading some of your comments, your personal messages to me. And this one actually is based off of one of my more popular videos, but one of my more controversial videos. Some of you are going to love it or hate it. And that's my narcissism with pets video. So I'm going to read through this and then I'll give you some more clarification on that video, because there are people who think I just hate dogs in general, and I don't. And some of the things I said in that video was directed at the dog and directed at the dogs, and it's not. It's directed at the owners, not the actual animals. I would actually never be mean to an animal specifically. So that being said, this comes in off of through YouTube private message. I'm glad you made the video on narcissism about and their pets. I totally agree that it's a red flag to observe for at the start of new friendships and relationships. While I was at college, I would see their obsessive behavior towards their pets. I couldn't figure it out. All I knew is that I felt insulted after interactions with them and their pets. Dogs are especially bad because they stink, they slobber, they bark too loud, and they are way too needy. Narcissists are the same emotional and intellectual levels of dogs. I feel like I'm in the twilight zone of the X-Files because narcissists are so damn weird. To think that they are actually pamper and excessively adore their pets just to insult and offend others is so pathological. And it is. And that's exactly what they're doing. They really don't care about these animals. They're using these animals to get attention for themselves, because a narcissist loves to force other things on you that will make you uncomfortable, that you don't like, you know, but also makes them the center of attention. Oh, look how cute my dog is. Look at my dog. Your dog's not that cute. Your dog's annoying. Because here's the thing, I like some of my friends' dogs, but their dogs are cool because those dogs are more well behaved because they're not being raised by narcissists. A pet being raised by a narcissist is going to act differently than a pet being raised by a normal person, because the only time that that pet is really getting attention is in front of other people. Much like the narcissist will treat their children differently in front of others, where they'll put you down in private and treat you like shit in private, but out in public they're the loving, most supportive parents in the world. That's the same way with pets. You know, the difference with dogs is they can put a dog on a leash. Well, you see parents putting kids on leashes these days, but you get my point. You put a dog on a leash, and now you can bring it to the restaurant. And I talked about this in my other video, where they're calling these little yippy dogs service dogs, trying to drag them on planes, drag them in the restaurants. They're using the American Disabilities Act, the ADA, to hide behind, which they say they needed for emotional support, which, if you read the statute, doesn't qualify as a service dog. And other people who actual service dogs then bear the brunt of this, because there was a story out in LA where a veteran, a military veteran with PTSD, and he has some brain injury, where he actually has a certified, I believe it was a German Shepherd, all the paperwork, service dog that wasn't allowed on the plane. And this was American Airlines, and they handled it completely improperly. But I could tell from reading the article, from the attitude of the airline workers, that they had just had it with people's dogs. Okay, so this guy ended up bearing the brunt of the frustration of other people's selfishness because these airline employees got so fed up with everybody in their dumb service dog, these fake service, not real service dogs, these fake little yippy service that they call service dogs that aren't service dogs, because service dogs don't slobber all over everything. They don't bark, they don't growl, they don't hump your leg, they aren't out of control, they don't get fed from the, you don't throw food at them. Okay, these are narcissists trying to do what they want and force their will on other people. So much like I would say in parental alienation, if there's a, the rare occasion or the off occasion where the woman is the one being alienated, okay, because of the behavior of other women, okay, they fall in and get treated like men. The service dog, legitimate service dog holders, end up getting treated like garbage because of all of these narcissists using these fake service dogs, and people have had it. They've had it. Okay, moving on. The roommate I had in graduate school with the goldfish was always staring at me, talking down to me as if he wanted me to die in a ditch, but would excessively care and pamper his goldfish to piss me off even further, as to imply that his goldfish are much more important than me, than an actual human being. It's shocking how many narcissists I've run into in my life. Mental illness is rampant in the USA. See, and you know what they were doing here, okay? They're talking to the goldfish, but what they were saying, and narcissists love to do this, okay, whether they're doing it with pets, or they can just talk out loud, or they'll talk to a plant, or whatever. They will, whatever that person was saying to the goldfish, they're really saying to you. And they're using the goldfish as a proxy, to kind of piss you off. So they're having this conversation with the goldfish, but they're really having the conversation with you, as sad as that is. So thank you for the comment, for the message. It was very short. But I read this one because I did want to clarify that pets video. It is very popular, and it is kind of common. People, I get so many messages like, how dare you? You're the, no. And I'll tell you this, most of the negativity I get off of it, I can tell people they're people I am actually talking about in the video. These people, well, my Pomeranian or my Yorkshire Terrier or my Chihuahua is a certified, no it isn't. No it isn't. No it isn't. It isn't a certified service dog. It isn't. Certified service dogs aren't like that. And I'll give a story here about the red flag. I'll give a story. I have a buddy, okay, who has been trying to find, I guess, a wife, a long-term relationship. And he's going through the online sites, whether it's, what's the one where I don't remember, the one you swipe right. Is it Tinder? Yeah, Tinder, eHarmony, Cupid, like what? There's a bunch of them. So he'll go and he'll show these girls. He'll show these girls. And I tell him, he's like, well, what about you like that? I'm like, stay away from it. Like, why? Because they're holding a dog up. They're holding a dog. Anybody holding a dog up in their profile picture, stay away from. Stay away from. Because everything's going to be centered around those dogs. Read their profile. If they mention their dogs like they could say they have a dog, but you can read into somebody's profile and they say, well, my dogs are my life, and like, run, because it ain't going to get any better. Run, because that dog is going to be an excuse for everything in their life why you're not going to be able to go out on a date, or why this plan's got to be, or that plan's got to be. And then everything's centered around their dog. Look how cute my dog is. Look how awesome my dog is. Isn't my dog the smartest? Isn't my dog the best? No. Your dog is a dog. Okay? more annoying than most dogs because they live with you. And that is why you are on eHarmony or Cupid or Tinder, okay, at 30, 40, 50 years old with 2 or 3 dogs, okay, trying to force them on everybody to convince them how awesome and cute they are. So if you're in a dating situation and you see anybody who has to prominently display their dog constantly in their profile pic, if that's all they're talking about in their profiles, run, because there's a reason why they're featuring their animal so prominently. And that doesn't mean you don't date somebody with a dog or a pet or anything like that. But if that is the focal point of their life, I guarantee you that they are going to do nothing but bully your emotions and bully your time around that dog and bully your space. Feed it from the table, let it hump your leg, jump up on the furniture, bark, 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 slobber all over everything, and you can't say anything about it because then you're offending them, and how dare you say this about my dog, and this happened, and then you're going to get in, and this happened in my life, and this is why I need this dog. Run. I'm not saying if it's a legitimate service dog. If somebody has an issue, PTSD, an ex-veteran, what have you. There are plenty of reasons. A physical disability where, you need to physically get around. That's different. I'm talking about these dogs that are pets, but they're nothing more than another weapon of the narcissist. So thank you for the message. It gave me the opportunity to explain a little deeper about my pets video. Not that I think I needed to, but I just wanted to clarify that, okay? And the people who just get so adamant and so upset about it, it's because I'm talking about you, and what I'm saying is God's honest truth. So, again, thank you everybody who's donated the GoFundMe. I'm still trying to hit it by the end of the month. If I don't hit it by the end of the month, it'll be hit eventually. But donate if you can. Share to me is just as good as a donation. Remember, if you donate and you want me to read your story, you want my opinion on your problem, you go right to the top of the pile, and I'll make a video immediately. So I'm going to continue with this tonight. I'm probably going to have another, I don't know, as long as I can go tonight, I'm going to make videos. So this is Ollie Matthews. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again very shortly.